Hi, everyone. As I wait for people to join me, which I don't know if that will be many, this is the first time I'm doing this. Let me just post this link here just really quickly. I hope that this okay works out. As I'm sorry, it's been a very difficult day today. It started very early, and right, okay. I thought I'd make just a very quick video about just a few false friends. Now, false friends are words that sound familiar in both languages. So I'm doing this from between English and Portuguese. So they'll sound similar in both languages, but they'll have different meanings. Sometimes they can have a related meaning, but they don't mean the same thing. So an example of this is the word actually. Actually, in Portuguese, we do have a similar sounding word, which is atualmente, but atualmente means currently and not actually. To say actually in Portuguese, you would actually say, no pun intended, na verdade, which means in truth, or na realidade, in reality. So there's our first example of a false friend. Another example is the word advert. Advert in English means publicity, some type of publicity, which in Portuguese is publicidade. So a similar sounding word to advert is advertir, but advertir means to warn or to alert someone. I suppose in a way an advert is a type of warning, I suppose. Another word for advert in Portuguese is anúncio, which kind of sounds like announcement, but it's a publicity announcement. Anúncio publicitário. Another false friend is to attend. We have atender in Portuguese. Atender is a verb, but it doesn't mean to attend. It means more, atender means to answer the phone. That's one way you can use it. So I'm answering the phone. Or it can mean to help or to assist, like assisting clients or customers. That's one way. Vou atender os clientes. I'm going to attend my clients or these customers. So that's one way. Now, to attend in English is in Portuguese, you would say comparecer, like to attend a show, to attend a meeting. Another verb that we do use in Portuguese in that context is assistir. Now, assistir in English sounds like to assist. It can have that meaning, but we also like using assistir in the sense of attending a class, attending a show. Another word or two words that sound quite similar in both languages is the word balcony and balcão. So a balcony in Portuguese is actually sacada, sacada. And balcão means a counter, and this can be any kind of counter. It can be the shop counter, it can be a reception counter, it can even be a bar counter. Any kind of counter is a balcão. Two more words. So a collar is not a colar in Portuguese. So collar is gola, or collar, uma gola. And colar means necklace. Two more words. Compromise. So compromise and compromisso. So to compromise is fazer concessão, to make concession. Or it can mean comprometer in the sense of jeopardizing, to jeopardize. Now, compromisso in Portuguese means commitment or appointment. We can use it in the context of I have an appointment today. Tenho compromisso hoje. Two more words. So convict and convicto. So convict in Portuguese is preso. Convicto means someone that is certain of their beliefs, or they're convinced. They're convinced of whatever it is they're convinced of. Next on my list here, I have costume. A costume versus costume. Now they're spelt exactly the same way, but a costume in Portuguese is fato de fantasia or uma fantasia from fantasy. It's a costume. But costume means a habit or custom. So it kind of sounds like custom as well. When you see it written down, your mind will definitely go to a costume. Then we have data versus data. Of course, so data is dados in Portuguese. So your computer data or the data of this study is dados in Portuguese. Data means date. And then I have here deception versus decepção. So deception and decepção do not mean the same thing. Deception in Portuguese is actually enganar, in the sense of to wrong or to trick, to deceive. And decepção means disappointment. Then exit does not mean êxito in Portuguese. So exit is saída and êxito is success. Then I have here exquisite versus esquisito. So exquisite means something belo or refinado, something beautiful or refined. And exquisite, or excuse me, esquisito means odd or something that's odd or weird. I suppose you could say strange as well, but there we have the word estranho, which is closer to the word strange. And estranho can also mean a stranger, someone who you're not familiar with, a stranger. Then I have here to enroll versus enrolar. Enrolar in Portuguese means to curl or to wrap something around something else, or to roll, like maybe rolling a cigarette, or to roll a ball. Actually, no, to roll a ball would be rolar uma bola. But enrolar cigarro, to roll a cigarette, would be an example of enrolar. To enroll is inscrever-se, because we enroll in a course. So in Portuguese, inscrever-se, so a literal translation of that is to inscribe oneself, inscrever-se. Then I have here fabric versus fábrica. So fabric is a textile, so textil or tecido in Portuguese, and fábrica is factory. And then my last two words for today is so gripe or to grip versus gripe in Portuguese. So well, gripe as in gripe water is água para cólicas, so water for colic. And to grip is agarrar or to grab. But gripe in Portuguese means flu. So yeah, so it definitely very different meaning. That's all I had for today, because I'm working from home, so I do have lessons today. Sorry, excuse me for stumbling over my words. Yeah, it's been a very, very strange week. I hope you're all holding up well. And I did say, just for the people who live in Portugal, and if you're unsure of what the news is saying, actually yesterday there was a report. They're being very conservative when they say that they're trying not to be premature, but Portugal had 3 days in a row of a decrease in the percentage of the number of cases that we've been getting. So what does that mean? We're still getting new cases, of course, because that's where we're at. But in terms of the quantity of them, there's been a bit of a slowdown. So it's looking potentially that we might have caught this thing, on time, and that we're actually being able to flatten the curve. But the the experts do say that the next few days, the next 2, 3 days, 4 days are going to be crucial to actually see if that's really the case. Um, their experts are also saying that the peak for Portugal is going to be around mid-April, and that the people who will be sick at that time will probably get infected. They were giving an estimate between yesterday, the 22nd, and the 25th of March. So it's really important that we all stay indoors and really avoid coming into contact with other people at this time. It is very difficult. I'm quite a social person, and I do like going out. It's been quite difficult. I like bringing my baby out for walks and just, fresh air. And I'm sure it's the same for everyone. And we just really, really, really need to bite the bullet and really hope for the best. Anyways, I hope to make another video soon. And please let me know if there was any sound issues or if you have any questions. And I'll try and schedule this so that people can actually be online when I'm doing this, and you can interact with me. It's all free. I just don't know now if you actually need to have an account on YouTube. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll have to see. And yeah, you can type your questions as I'm online, and yeah, we'll take it from there. Okay, take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye bye. Ciao, ciao. Obrigada.